Mysteryland. The legend of Mysteryland had always been a whisper among locals, a tale told to frighten children into obedience. They said it was a place where the ground moved beneath your feet, where the trees whispered secrets that would drive you mad. No one who entered ever returned the same, if they returned at all. Four friends, Lena, Mark, Sophia, and Jay, stood at the rusted gate that separated the real world from the land of nightmares. A dare brought them there, nothing more. Jay grinned, the bravest of the group. It's just a story. Let's prove them wrong. The gate creaked open, echoing like a warning. They stepped in. The ground was soft, like stepping on flesh. Lena's stomach churned as she looked down, realizing the earth seemed to breathe, inhaling and exhaling beneath her sneakers. "This place is wrong," she whispered. The trees loomed above, their twisted branches reaching out like skeletal hands. Their leaves whispered, but the words were unmistakable. "Stay forever," Mark laughed nervously. "Wind, that's all it is." But the wind didn't carry words. Lena's pulse quickened. "We should leave." They walked deeper, the air growing colder, heavier. Shadows danced around them, forming shapes that shouldn't exist. Sophia gasped as one shadow broke away from the tree and crawled toward her, its form distorted, face stretched in a soundless scream. She stumbled back, but it latched onto her leg, the cold seeping through her jeans. "Help!" Sophia's voice was strangled as the shadow began to climb, sinking into her skin, disappearing beneath. Her eyes rolled back, her body convulsing before she collapsed, lifeless. Panic set in. "Run!" Jay shouted, grabbing Lena's hand as they bolted through the twisted forest. Mark stayed behind, shaking Sophia, but she was gone. Her face frozen in horror, eyes wide open but empty. The land shifted beneath them, the path twisting like a serpent. No matter how far they ran, they ended up back at the gate, only to see it disappear into the earth, swallowed whole. "There's no way out." Mark's voice trembled as he caught up, tears streaking his face. "It won't let us leave." The trees' whispers grew louder, laughter echoing through the air. Lena's head throbbed with the sound. "It feeds on us." Jay shook his head. "No, I won't die here." He ran toward the forest, his figure swallowed by darkness. A scream echoed sharp and short, then silence. Lena and Mark stood back to back, the shadows circling. "There has to be a way," Lena muttered, tears blurring her vision. She remembered the stories, the rumors. "No one leaves, except for one." "What?" Mark looked at her, hope flickering. "One can escape, but at a cost." Her voice shook. "It lets one go if they take its place." Mark's eyes widened. "No, Lena, we can find another way." But the shadows grew closer, their faces familiar now. Sophia, Jay, even children from the village who had gone missing long ago. Their mouths moved, but no sound came, their eyes pleading. "It wants a soul," Lena whispered, her body cold. "It needs one to let another go." She looked at Mark, her best friend since childhood. He understood before she even spoke. "Lena, don't." "I have to." Before he could stop her, Lena stepped toward the shadows. They rushed at her, merging into her body, coldness filling her veins. She felt them inside, their memories, their pain. Her body became heavy, her skin turning gray, her eyes sinking into darkness. The ground opened beneath her, pulling her down as Mark screamed her name. Her last sight was of him running, the gate reappearing before him. It creaked open, and Mark stumbled through, falling to the ground outside. The gate slammed shut. Mark looked back, tears streaming down his face as Lena's shadow appeared behind the gate, her eyes hollow, her mouth moving in a silent scream. Mysteryland had claimed its soul.